Hello, welcome to Flow Trade Tutorials. I'm Teddy. Today we are going to take a deeper dive into Renegade FIBs. If you haven't already, please start with the intro to FIBs video. As you get into our content, you will see FIBs as being part of the technical trinity, one of our major tools and one of the three things you will find at the beginning or end of all major trends. We're going to take the same technique from the intro to FIBs video and apply it to the big picture, as well as multiple time frames. You will hear a lot of assholes speaking negative about FIB tools and carrying on about how they don't work, and a bunch of other rubbish. I'm here to tell you they are nothing more than assholes. For your own trading sake, ignore them. To start, we are going to do a full picture view for the first FIB. I have a daily chart set to 20 years. You don't have to replicate that, just make sure you allow yourself to see a very wide time span. You are also going to notice that the FIB tool I'm using is a bit different than what you are used to seeing. This is a drawing tool feature available on the Flow Trade platform. At the end of the video, I will cover how to set this tool up. Now we are going to take the high all the way down to the low of the chart. This is going to give us our full picture of FIB levels and also our strongest levels. If you remember from the intro video, the 50% to the 61.8 zone is considered our trigger. This is the zone we are waiting for price to enter in order for us to execute a trade. You will see in this image, there are zones labeled medium and high probability entry, as well as an additional 67%. The ideal entry we are looking for is off the 61.8 or the 67% levels. These are going to be high probability entries. The deeper price goes into the zone, the lower the probability for the entry. Drawing a FIB on this big time frame can do a few things for us. First, it shows us the market trend. We can see the market has not completely falling into a bearish trend. In fact, we have retraced to a bullish trigger level. Second, it gives us major levels to watch for or be aware of while day trading or swing trading. So often we see traders chasing price or headlines, only to run into a brick wall, not having a clue what happened. The next FIB I'm going to place is the forward FIB. This is going to let us know when that reversal has actually engaged. Yes, we bounced off the trigger on the original, but as you can see, we ran into the other 50%. And it knocked us all the way back down to trigger level. Now these will be working together to guide us on the strength of the big picture. We need this view knowing we have a bullish trigger, but there is also a wall holding us back at the moment. Next, we are going to start making our way down the time frames to more current situations so that we can prepare for trade setups. I'm going to be changing the time frame to a 4-hour and 1-year chart. As you can quickly see, the FIBs we brought with us from the upper time frame are being heavily respected by price. We now want to draw a forward FIB to see if we are above or below the 50% level, and we can quickly see that price is over that 50% level. So I'm going to delete this FIB. Now, you don't have to, but keeping our charts as clean as possible allows us the ability to process what we are looking at much more effective. Now this is where it takes some practice in recognizing trends. So I'm going to measure this recent trend to see if we have a target for it. And we have not, so this setup is active. If you're wondering why I chose that trend, like I said, it comes from practice. Drawing FIBs over and over. Don't worry about placing them perfect, just keep drawing them. Now we have a current target, as well as trading range for intraday or swing setups. Next, we are going to be moving down to a 15-minute chart. This is going to give us some day trading perspective. All of these levels that we have brought with us to trade during the day are going to be considered heavier or stronger levels. It takes much more to violate one of the bigger time frame levels as opposed to lower time frame levels. This fact needs to be embedded in the back of your mind for all of your trading. Based on the FIBs only, we have nice open trading range here. Going into this day, you see that price was stopped to the downside by the big time frame FIB. We then ran up and hit the intraday FIB target, and then pushed up to the 161.8, which is not plotted here, but the next target level. Points for you if you spot the other FIB that should or could have been drawn for the day. We would take this high down to this low, which gives us our trigger zone. This also happens to stack on one of the upper time frame FIB, strengthening our entry level. Price then takes a nice easy stroll up to the 127% target. This whole time, we are thinking about the assholes that hate FIBs. This pattern is embedded into the market. Can we tell you why? You know, that we can tell you it's a market truth. In nearly every wave pattern, wave theory, candle pattern and more, you will find that the triggers or the reasons those things work is this little formula bringing them to life. Lastly, let's go over how to set up this FIB tool. Head over to the right side of the chart, select Tools, go to the FIB section and select FIB Minotauro up. Like any other tool, you will click once to set one side and then again to set the other side. But now you will have a cloud to set left to right or right to left. You can make it any size you want. This is just for a visual for entry levels. Head to the settings by clicking the sprocket at the bottom. This will bring up full settings panel. Most of it is self-explanatory, so I'm going to focus on setting the levels up. The first level is going to be 50%, and you want to activate all the toggles. Base level type in medium probability. Next, extension value 61.8 and extension label as entry. Toggle on custom styling. Next will be the same process, but our initial level is 61.8 and the extension value is 67%. The last level is our target level. Now in this video it is set to 127.2 and 129%, but you can set these targets as you wish. 161.8 or 200% and so on. This is to get you acclimated to the tool. The next FIB video is going to be tying things together with the flow index and the flow channels. This is a very effective tool, but it's not a standalone indicator and is meant to be magnified by the flow index. Mastering this, the flow channels and the flow index is your 30-day goal. If you do, you will see a vast improvement in your trading. Thanks for watching and be on the lookout for a ton more content to be released daily.